Okay, so today we start with the decoder. Decoder is one of the combination logic circuit. That means the output of the decoder is totally dependent upon the present input. Whatever you are giving at this particular moment as a input, the output is dependent upon that one. And output doesn't depend upon the previous. So once the power is gone, it deletes all the memory. Basically, the decoder doesn't have any memory inside it. So that means the output of the decoder totally depends upon the present input. That's why it is called a combination logic circuit. Now, what is the decoder? So decoder is a combination logic circuit that converts binary information from n input lines to a maximum 2 to the power n unique output lines. It means that from the definition of the decoder, it is very clear that if the decoder has n number of input lines, then how many output line it has? It has 2 to the power n unique output lines. I'll explain why it is called the unique output lines. But the order of the decoder is that here you see inside this one it is written 2 to 4 decoder. Now what is the meaning of this one? Sometimes it is also written 2 cross 4, either 2 to 4 or 2 cross 4 or n cross n, whatever is the two digits written on the decoder. That is called the order of the decoder. Now the order of the decoder means it's nothing but the input and output lines of the decoder. So in this particular block diagram, how many inputs are there?
Sir, two.
Two, sir.
Two inputs are there, A and B, and how many outputs are there? According to this formula, the output should have 2 to the power 2. That
Sir,
means
four
4.
output, sir.
Very good. So according to the definition, this two input decoder must have 2 to the power 2 or 4 unique output lines, and in this block diagram also 4 output lines are showing. The output lines may be designated by Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, or F1, F2, F0, F1, F2, F3, like this. The inputs are A and B. Now another input is there which is very important. This is written as enable input, and in bracket it is written active high. Now, what is the meaning of this one? First you come to the block diagram of the decoder. The inputs are A and B. Okay, so how many possible combinations are there? 4. That's why just forget about the first row. Achha, 1 minute please. So just in this moment forget about this first row. So A, B, 2 inputs are there. So 4 possible combinations are there, starting from 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. And this is enable input. And here you see that enable input is written as active high. That means you should have given 1 to enable the decoder. Otherwise, if you give the 0, then whatever be the input combination, output will not show any value. So that's why you see that in the first row, if the enable input is 0, that means the decoder is not enabled yet. So that means whatever be the input combination, it may be don't care. Lines are 0. All the output lines are 0 in this particular moment because the decoder is not enabled yet. So if a particular digital device is not enabled, how it is able to produce the output? Now come to this one. In these remaining 4 rows, you see the input. You see the enable inputs are 1. So that means the decoder is enabled. So when the decoder is enabled, according to some logic, the decoder will work and it produces the output. How? If the inputs are 0, 0, you see the second row. So if the inputs are 0, 0, then Y0 should high. Similarly, if the input are 0, 1, then Y1 should high. If the inputs are 1, 0, then Y2 will high. And at last, if the inputs are 1, 1, then Y3 will high. Okay. Now, why a decoder is required? So this is actually the logic diagram of the 2 to 4 decoder. So first we explain this one. Then we will see that why the decoder is required. So this is actually the block diagram of a 2 to 4 decoder. First, just explain the truth table. Here you see, I run the circuit. Are you able to see the circuit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 minute, please. So you see, this decoder is a active high enable input. So active high enable input means now this is the enable input, and this enable input is now connected to 0. So if I change the A and B value, whatever be the A and B value, you see nothing is reflected as the output. So all the outputs are 0 if I change the value of A and B, because the decoder is not enabled yet. Now to enable the decoder, we should have give 1 as the enable input. So enable input is now connected to 1. Now the decoder is works. If AB both are 0, 0, then Y0 should high. If A0, B1 is there, then Y1 should high. if A1 B0 will be there, then Y2 should high, and if both are 1 1, A and B both are 1 1, then Y3 should high. And in this whole process, the enable input should be connected to 1. Okay. Now, why the decoder is used? What is the purpose of decoder, or what is the application of the decoder? The application of the decoder is that now decoder is actually decode the information in the input line. Now suppose three input lines are coming to a particular circuit, three digital input lines. That means three variables are actually connected to a particular circuit. So if the three input lines are connected to a particular circuit, then how many possible combinations may be there?
Sir, 8.
Very good, 8 possible combinations starting from 0 0 0 to
1 1
1
1.
1 1.
1 1 1. Very good. So that means the total 8 possible combinations are there, starting from 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 like this up to 1 1 1. So that means 8 unique information may be hidden inside these three input lines. This is called the information, nothing but the information. That means whatever be the data we are receiving, this data is actually coming to us through some channel. Both the channel is wireless in this case, but wired channel may be there. Okay, so through this channel, the information is actually passes from one device to the other device. This is called the basics of the communications. Now, imagine a 3-channel device. So 3-channel communication means 3 channels are there from the receiving to the sending end device, and from the sending end device, the information is actually coming to the receiving end device through 3 channels. And as the channel number is 3, that means 8 unique information may be hidden inside that one. It may be 0 0 0. So this 0 0 0 is nothing but one value. If this 0 value is received by the receiving end device, one particular work can be done. Okay. Similarly, if the 1 1 1 value is received by the receiving end device, then another work may be done. So that's why this is called the information. Now, who will understand that what type of information is coming from the input channel? So that's why the decoder is invented. So decoder is actually understand that what are the information coming through its input line. Okay. Why? Okay. So first of all, this is the block diagram of the 2 to 4 logic. 2 to 4 decoder. Here the circuit is very much simple. We need to, as the input lines are 2, A and B. So that means according to the definition of the decoder, 2 to the power n number of output lines should be there. So that means it's equal to, in this case, if it's equal to 4, because n equal to 2, n is the number of input lines. So input line is 2, input lines are 2, so the output lines are 4. So these are the 4 output lines. Now these 4 output lines are actually responsible for decoding the information present in. So these 4 output lines are actually responsible for producing the information hidden in the input lines. Like if the 0 0 is input lines, if the input lines are connected to 0 0, then Y0 should high. So from the output lines, you may understand that what type of information coming through the input channel. Similarly, if Y2 is high, then what is the combination of AB? If Y2 is high,
Sir, one is 0 and other is 1, sir. Sir, one is 0 and other is 1. Yes, sir. 1 and 0.
not the one and other. Be specific. A value, tell me the A value and B value. If Y2 is high, tell me the A value and B value.
1 and B is 0.
Very so sorry. So for this particular combination, A equal to 1, A equal to 1 and B equal to 0. Okay. So now you see that I just told you that Y2 equal to high. So if the Y2 equal to high, then from the characteristics of the decoder, you may understand that the input combination is A equal to 1, B equal to 0. So no separate measurements are required for that one. Similarly, if the Y3 is high, from the principle of the decoder, we may know that the input A and B both are 1 1. If Y1 is high, then we may know that the A equal to 0, B equal to 1. So just to see the output combinations of the decoder or the output lines of the decoder, we have an idea what is the input possible combination. So that's why the decoder is decoding the information. It actually decodes the information hidden inside the input lines and it produces the output. And just see the output, we have an idea what is the input combinations. And this is the proper, this is the so this one is the block diagram of the decoder. Here you see this particular gate. This is the gate number 1. This is the gate number 2. Similarly, this is gate number 3 and this is gate number 4. Now, this one E is connected directly to every one of the input of the AND gate. And we know the property of the AND gate is that if E equal to 0, then all the gates have one of the input is connected to 0. So that means whatever be the other possible combinations, the output should be 0. So that's why to enable this particular decoder, E should be connected to 1. Okay. So if E is connected to 1, then all the gates look at the A and B input, and according to the A and B input, it will produce the output. Now, this one is actually connected to A bar, B bar. This one is second gate is connected to A bar, B. Third gate is connected to A, B bar, and fourth gate is connected to A, B. Okay. So that's why if A and B both are 0, 0, then all the inputs of the gate number 1 are become 1. So that's why the Y0 is high. If A equal to 0, B equal to 1, then Y2, all the inputs of the Y2 become high and it will produce the output like this one. So this is called the decoder.
স্যার কিন্তু এরকম কেন হচ্ছে স্যার, মানে 0 0 হলে স্যার ওখানেও 0 হচ্ছে, মানে স্যার লজিকটা কি স্যার এটার পেছনে স্যার?
এখানে আরেকবার। So just check this one. This particular decoder, this gate is actually connected what? It is actually connected, E is connected everywhere. You see E is connected directly to one of the input of this gate number 1. So that means if E equal to 1, then this AND gate is actually looks at 2 other inputs. Now let's see what is connected. So here you see B bar is connected. You see one NOT gate is connected here. So that means B bar is connected here and A bar is also connected here at the gate number 1. Now just run the circuit and enable the gate. So it is already enabled. Now make A equal to 0, B equal to 0. Now you check here. Here the blue line means it's a 0 and red line means it's a 1. So you see there are 4 gates. Each gate has 3 inputs. Take the gate number 1, 2, 3, 4 and you see that gate number 1, all the inputs are 1. Okay, this combination is valid for gate number 1 only. Check the gate number 2. Here one of the input is 0. And we know the property of AND gate is that if one of the input is 0, the output is always 0. Check the gate number 3, the middle input is 0. Check the gate number 4, 2 inputs are 0. So that means except the gate number 1, in these possible combinations, A equal to 0, B equal to 0, all the inputs become high for gate number 1. That's why it produces the output and Y0 is high. Similarly, check if A equal to 0, B equal to 1. Sorry, if A equal to A equal to 1, B equal to 0. So here you see, except the second gate, all the other gates have one of the input is connected to 0. So that's why the here Y1 is high. That means the output of the gate number 2 is high. If A equal to 1, B equal to 0, then you see except the gate number 3, all the gates, one of the input is connected to 0. So that's why only the gate number 3 will produce the output because it's all the inputs are connected to 1. And come to the last one. If A equal to 1, B equal to 1, then only the gate 3, only the gate number 4, all the inputs are connected to 1, except that all the other gates, one of the input is connected to 0. That's why the other 3 gates not producing the output. Only the gate number 4 will produce the output and Y3 is high in this time. So the property of the decoder is that at a particular time for one particular input combination, only one input should be high. Remember this term very carefully. Only one input should be high in case of a particular combination. For a particular input combination, if both the inputs are high simultaneously, then you have made some error between your circuit. Okay. So this is the property of the decoder that at a particular input combinations, only one input should be high at a time. Not simultaneously, both the inputs should be high. And decoder is used to decode the information inside this one. Because without this one, suppose without the lines like this one, so if the lines are not there, if the means line characteristics is not there, then if I just hide this particular thing means A and B, the logic switch property is high, then without this one, you are not able to see that what is the input possible combinations. But using a decoder, if you see that Y2 is high, then without checking the A and B value, you can say that in this particular combination, A equal to 1, B equal to 0. So that means decoder is actually decoding the information present inside the input combinations, and it will produce a particular output high. And just checking the output, the user or any other circuit can have an idea what is the input possible combination.
স্যার ইটাকে সবসময় 1ই রাখতে হবে স্যার?
Yeah. That is called the enable input. Let me clarify that why the enable input is required. Because without the enable input, you can implement a decoders. But why the enable input is required? Now, inside the motherboard or inside a particular digital circuit, so many components are there. So many digital circuits are not the components. So many digital circuit, distinct digital circuits are there. It may be decoder, it may be multiplexer, it may be, suppose in case of my laptop motherboard, the video driver is there, the sound device is there, wireless device is there, the Bluetooth device is there. These are actually distinct circuit. Okay, this doesn't have any relation between these one. These are working according to the processor command. Now, suppose in this particular moment, I am taking the class from my laptop. The laptop is connected wirelessly to my mobile. So now the Bluetooth is not required. Okay, because I am not using any Bluetooth device right now. So why not we disable the Bluetooth device to save the power? Okay, that's why in every digital circuit, one special input is there, which is called the enable input. Now this enable, because the input line is connected everywhere. The means the Bluetooth device is not connected to my motherboard. We are not separating the Bluetooth device. The Bluetooth device is always connected to my motherboard. It is already powered up. Because when I power in my computer, the Bluetooth device is also powered up, but it is not working. Why not it is working? Because the enable input, which is controlled by the processor, is now disabled. So as the enable input is not given to this particular device, Bluetooth device, so that means Bluetooth device is not able to work, and it will save the power. Got my point? Why the enable input or a special type of input is connected in every digital circuit? Because sometimes we not required to use it. Okay. So many components are there in a particular digital circuit that, but it is not mandatory to use all the components at a particular time. Sometimes we use a particular time, so the combinations of a particular circuit. So that means in that particular moment, if some device is not required, why should we keep the power? What is the power in the device? So why should not we disable that one? So that's why our special input should be there, which is called the enable input. And the function of the enable input is that it actually enable or disable the digital circuit. বলো
স্যার ওই এনেবেলের যে লাইনটা আছে ওটা কি অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওই ডিকোডারটাকে সেনসিটিভ করে তোলে, মানে যখন আমাদের দরকার তখন ওটাকে আমরা সেনসিটিভ করব, যখন দরকার
that is actually this sensitivity is not used here. This word is not used here. Rather it is called the enable. Enable means when the decoder is enabled, then it's work according to the principle of the decoder, and when it is disabled, whatever be the input combinations, that will not work. Okay. That means it actually like a switch. If we just switch on this device, then it is work. If you not switch in this device, if you just switch off this device, then it is not working. Okay.
Okay.
So that means it is the control line. So this control line is actually controlled when the device is required by the user, then only it's enabled. When it is not required by the user, it is not enabled. Now coming to the another thing, the expanding of the decoder. This is one better. First we show some 3 to 8 decoders also. Now this is called the 3 to 8 decoder. 3 to 8 means what? What is the if it is written 3 cos 8 decoder, then what is the meaning of that? 3 and 8.
3 input, 8 output.
Very good. 3 input, 8 output. So remember one thing, that if n number of inputs are there in a decoder, then the output line must have 2 to the power n output line. So that means if input lines are 3, then 2 to the power 3 means it's equal to 8. So 8 output line should be there. Now let me demonstrate the operation of the 3 to 8 decoder. It's same circuit, only the gate number equally increases. Okay. So here you see this one, two circuits are there. Both the circuits are 3 to 8 decoder, but here we use the active high enable input. Here we use the active low enable input. What is the meaning of this active high and active low? It means that if in some device it is written that active high, then the device is enabled when the active input is high or the enable input is high. Okay. And if it is written active low, then the device is enabled when the enable input is low. Sometimes some of the devices working on the low enable principle, sometimes the device is working on the high principle. It is actually depend upon the manufacturer choice, the user choice, like this one. But both the devices are readily available in the market. All the
Sir, is
decoders are
this
there.
related to pull up and pull down
active low
resistors?
concept use করতে পারি 2 into 4 ডিকেডরে।
So both the active high, both the active low devices are readily available in the market according to the user requirement, according to the user choice. User may prefer that sometimes they use the active low, sometimes they prefer the active high. But the principle is that active low means you have to give a 0 to activated the device. Active high means you have to give a 1 to activate the device. Let's see the operation of this thing.
Sir,
This is the
বলছি এই অ্যাক্টিভ এই এনেবল হাই এনেবল এগুলো কি পুল আপ আর পুল ডাউন রেজিস্ট্যান্স এর কানেক্টেড?
No, it's not pull down. This is actually the digital line which is controlled by the processor. Okay. Another input line which is connected to all of the gates, and this is controlled by the processor. If it is active high, then processor should give 1 to activate this device. If it is active low, then processor should give a 0 to activate this device. So this is one control line. This is not a data line. These ABC are called the data lines, which is actually decoded and the information is present at the output lines. But this enable input is called the special type of input, which is called the control line. Okay. Now let's see the operation. This is the enable active high. So active high means this enable input is directly connected to the FD4 input AND gate. And if it is 0, then you see one of the input is always connected to 0. If it is 0, then one of the input is connected to 0, and whatever be the input combination, that is output will
স্যার ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেছে না আমার প্রবলেম রে?
না শোনা যাচ্ছে
স্যার
না
প্রবলেম
স্যার
হচ্ছে স্যার।
sorry got disconnected. অ্যাক্টিভ লোটা কি বললাম? Hello.
হ্যাঁ স্যার আপনি
হ্যাঁ,
স্ক্রিন
বলুন।
শেয়ার করলেন স্যার তখনই স্যার ডিসকানেক্ট হয়ে গেল স্যার।
So active low means here after a NOT gate modification, it is connected to every AND gate. So that means if a 1 is there in the enable input, then due to the NOT gate, a 0 is produced, and this 0 is connected to the every one of the input of the AND gate, and that's why whatever be the input possible combination, the output will not shown. To make this particular active low decoder enable, we have to give a 0 here, and due to this NOT gate, a 1 will produce at the output, and now every gate is enabled, so it's working according to the decoder principle. And to check this one, it doesn't need to check the input possible combination. Here you see y5 is 1, y5 is 1 means you can say that the a equal to 1, b equal to 0, c equal to 1, and just check a equal to 1, b equal to 0, and c equal to 1. So that means decoder is used to decode the information present inside the input possible combination. Information means this value. Okay, so suppose a equal to 0, b equal to 0, c equal to 1. This is one value. A 0, b 1, c 0. That is another value. Now who will understand that what value is coming to the input lines? This device is called a decoder. Okay. Now the last topic for today, expanding of the decoder, and that is a very important for the mark out. How to expand the decoder order. Okay. Now the question is that you need to design a 4 to 16 decoder. What is the meaning of this 4 to 16 decoder?
4 input and 16
4
output.
input, 16 output.
Input and 16 output.
4 input and 16 output should be there, as the order is 4 cross 16. But unfortunately, you don't have the 4 cross 16 decoder. So that means you need to expand the order, but you have plenty number of 3 cross 8 decoder. So using 2 number of 3 cross 8 decoder, how to implement a 4 cross 16 decoder? That is actually the question. So design a 4 cross 16 decoder using 2 number of 3 cross 8 decoder. Okay. So here, using these special control lines or the enable input, we can implement that one. How? Here only the block diagram is showing, rather we see it in the circuit maker. So here you see, this is actually called the expanding of the decoder. So the circuit is look complicated, but it is actually a very easy circuit. Here we use some IC, the IC number is 74138. So this 74138 is called the 328 decoder. As I mentioned, that 328 decoder is readily available in the market. Active to active high, both the things are readily available in the market in the IC form. So this 74138 is called the 328 decoder. Here the 3 inputs are A0, A1, A2. Are you able to see this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. So this A0, A1, A2, these are the 3 inputs of the decoder. And as 3 inputs are there, so there should be 8 outputs. The 8 outputs are Q0, Q1 up to Q7. So total 8 outputs are there. These 3 are the inputs. And here you see 3 enable inputs are there, E1, E2, E3. Okay. So there are total 3 enable inputs. Why the 3 enable inputs are required? In some of the digital circuit, more than 1 enable inputs are there. So why these things are required? So this 74138 is the 3 cross 8 decoder. I take 2 3 cross 8 decoder, and using this 2 3 cross 8 decoder, I will simulate 1 4 cross 16 decoder. So because basically you see the total circuit has the 4 inputs. One is the E, A, B, C. E is called the MSB of the decoder input, and C is called the LSB. So total 4 inputs are there. And here you see total 16 outputs are there, starting from Q0 to Q15. But I will explain how this thing is possible. But before we go for that one question is that why so many enable inputs are there? You know the enable input is actually the line which is controlling the activity of the device. If the enable input is enables the device, then only it works, otherwise it disable. It's remain disable. But why more than 1 enable inputs are there?
So maybe when we need to check whether more than 1 enable pins are there, like যখন অনেকগুলো পিন থেকে এনাবেলটা আসবে একসাথে তখন এনাবেল হবে এটা।
Not like this one. This is actually, so suppose I tell you one story. So after listen to the story, you can understand yourself the why more than enable inputs are required. Suppose Suppose you want to play to the field right now. Okay, this is a hot summer, so is it good for your health? If you want to play football in the field right now in this time at 12 p.m., so is it good for your health or not?
No, sir.
No,
No.
sir.
No. Okay. But suppose your friends are calling that you could come here, chalo, amra football kheli. So your friends are actually enables you. But your father tells you that no, you should not go outside because it's a summer, so it may damage your health. Okay, so that means here one type of device is there which is actually try to enables you, your friends. But another type of device is there which is your father. He's actually know this is bad for your health, so he is actually disable you. So that means based on the priority, you should not go outside. So that is another important term is there, priority. So priority means sometimes for a particular device, another device try to enable it, but the processor try to disable it. So based on the priority, the device is actually decide which command he should take. So here you see total 3 commands are there. So total 3 enable inputs are there. E1, E2, E3. Now here the E3 has the highest priority. Okay, E3 has the highest priority. It means that E1 and E2, you see 2 bubbles are there. Besides E1 and
Yes, sir.
E2, 2 bubbles are there. What is the meaning of that one? That means this one is actually the active low. The bubbles means the active low. To activate this chip, you should give 0 to E1, you should give 0 to E2, and here you see besides E3, nothing is there. So that means to enable the chip, you should give a 1 to the enable input E3. Now there is a priority level. Priority level means if E3 wants to control the device, then the device doesn't look at E1 and E2. So if your father says, no, you should not go outside, you should not listen to your friend. Okay. So there is some priority. So if E3 wants to enable the device, whatever be the E1 and E2, the device is always remain open or it's activated. But if E3 equal to connected to 0, but E1 and E2 is connected to 0 also, then the device will not open because there is a priority level. E3 is try to disable the device. So whatever be the enable combinations E1 and E2, the device will not activate it. So that's why there is a priority level. So that's why more than one enable inputs are there, and there is a priority level, and this priority level is written clearly on the data sheets of this particular device, that which has the more priority.
Sir, that is, it will only take the values of E3, na? It won't look at E2 and
No,
E1.
it doesn't means if E3 is open circuited, means suppose nothing is connected to the E3, no inputs are connected, it's remain blank. Then it take the E2 value, but then it's obey the E2 command. If E2 is also open circuited, then only it's look at the E1 value. If it is connected somewhere, because you see here all the things are connected, all the inputs are connected to somewhere, all the enable inputs. But suppose I delete that line, suppose I delete this line, then in this particular moment it look at the E2 value, because E2 has the highest priority compared to E1. But if first it look the E3 value, E3 is not connected anywhere, then it goes to the E2. E2 is connected somewhere, it takes this value. If E2 is also disconnected, then it looks at the E1 value. So in this way the things is actually done. Got it?
Sir, ultimately it takes the value of E3, sir, irrespective of E2 and E1. Sir, then what is the need for E2 and E1, sir?
If, as I mentioned, that if E2, E3 is connected, then only it takes the value. If E3 is not connected to anywhere, then how it takes the value of E3? If E3 is disconnected, then it's not 0, not 1, because there is another state which is not in your syllabus, obviously. Besides the 0 and 1 state in digital, there is another state which is called the jet state. Okay. So this state is not 0, not 1. It actually floating between this 0 and 1. So if E3 is disconnected, then E3 goes to that particular state. So in this time, the decoder is actually not decide what is the value of E3. So then it doesn't look at the E3, it goes to the E2 if it is disconnected from the line.
Okay, sir.
If E3, if all the lines are connected to somewhere, means either 0 or 1, then it definitely take the E3 value. But if E3 is not connected to anywhere, if it not 0, not 1, then it look at the E2 value like this one. So it based on some priority.
So sir,
Now
so sir,
let's
if E3 is connected, we do not necessarily need to connect E1 and E2, right?
yes, right, correct. If E3 is connected, then it's not look at the E2 and E1 value. Now let's see how these circuits work. You see, 1 minute please. So here you see that the enable input is directly connected to the E3 of the upper decoder, and the enable input is connected through this NOT gate to the lower decoder. So that means if E equal to 1, then which device will activate it? Take this one. Here you see. 1 minute.
Sir,
please.
upper one, sir.
Yes. So, it may take just 3 to 4 minutes extra because I need to clear this one today. So here you see, this is the enable input of the upper decoder. This is the enable input of the lower decoder. The enable input is directly connected to the enable input of the upper decoder, and for the lower decoder, the enable input is connected after the NOT gate modification, means after the inversion. Now, if E equal to 1, then which decoder is enabled?
So the upper one.
Upper one, because upper one is getting a 1, and due to this NOT gate, the lower one is getting a 0. So that's why this lower decoder is disabled. If E equal to 0, then which gate is enabled?
Lower one, sir.
Which decoder is enabled? Lower one, because if E equal to 0, the E3 is getting a direct 0, so this decoder become disabled, and this decoder is become enabled due to this NOT gate. So based on this particular principle, the cascading is done, because APC is directly connected to the upper one as well as the lower one. So here you see the A2 is short circuited and it is connected to C, A1 is short circuited and it is connected to B, and A0 is short circuited, it is connected to C, like this one. So all the data are present all the times. The data inputs are present for this decoder as well as this decoder for all the times. But sometimes this decoder producing the output, sometimes this decoder producing the output. Why? Because sometimes it is enabled, sometimes it is disabled. Now let's see the operation.
Sir,
Sir,
can this enable pins be used as output pins sometimes, like to enable some other process, some other IC?
Which one?
The enable pins. Can these enable pins be used as an output to enable some other IC?
No. Enable pin is not the output. Enable pin is the input of a particular digital circuit or particular digital IC. So based on the enable input, the digital circuit or the digital IC is sometimes enabled, sometimes disabled. If it is disabled, it doesn't look at the data. If it is enabled, then it look at the data, it processes the data in according to the principle of the IC, it produces the output. This is the input. This is called the control input, not the data input. In every digital circuit, there are some control input, there are some data input. So here ABC are the data inputs of the decoder, E is called the control input of the decoder. But for cascading, this is one special technique. For cascading, we can take this one as the data input also. Okay. Now let's see.
Sir, one question, sir.
Follow.
Sir, why E1 and E2 are earthed, sir?
Because according to the data sheet of this 74138, E1 and E2 should be connected to this one, because here you see this one are connected to ground. Here you see the bubbles are there, so we just enable all these things. Okay. According to this, that
if E3 is disconnected, then E1 and E2 will always activate the circuit.
Yeah, E1 and E2 is always activated the circuit. Okay, so please let me finish this class first. So here you see, if all are 0, 0, 0, 0, then you see due to this NOT gate present, the lower decoder is enabled, because the lower decoder get a 1 to the E3 input. So that means lower decoder is enabled. The data lines are connected everywhere, and as the lower decoder is enabled, that's why the Q0 is high. Similarly, up to 7, the Q7 is high. When we give the 8 combination, 8 means 1, 0, 0, 0, Now ABC is the same 000 value is coming. ABC same 000 value is coming, which was in the case of 0000. But in that case, the Q0 will be high. Why? Because the enable input is not connected to 1, and due to the presence of the NOT gate, the lower one is become disabled, the upper one become enable. And as the upper one is enabled, so that means this output actually become high. So that means Q0 is become high. Similarly, if I give the last combinations 1 1 1 1, sorry, 1 1 1 1, then you see Q15 is high. So that means this particular circuit works as the principle of 4x1 decoder. Whatever be the information present here, this actually decodes the information, and at a particular time it actually activated one of the input, one of the output. And as I mentioned, this is a special technique. So in this particular cascading technique, this enable is taken as the data line. But in the all other cases, the enable should be a control line. It should not be a data line. But as this is a special case I mentioned before, so in this special case, in this special type of connections, the enable is taken as the data line. So this is called the cascading of the decoder. And why the NOT gate is present here? Because you see at the output of this gate, at the output of 74138, a bubble is present. So that means it actually producing the lower output. Lower output means if A0, A1, A2 is 0, 0, 0, then which output should be high? Hello, am I connected?
Yes, sir.
So if A0, A1, A2 all are 0, forget about the enable input right now. If for a basic decoder, if all the inputs are 0, 0, 0, which output should be high?
Sir, Q0.
Very good. The correct answer is Q0. Okay. But in this 74138, this is called the active low output. Active low output means here the Q0 become low and all the other output become high. So it actually do the reverse processing. Okay. Due to the presence of the NOT gate at the output. So it's a kind of reverse logic. Reverse logic means normally for 0, 0, 0, Q0 should be high, all the other outputs should be 0. But here actually due to the NOT gate present, it producing the reverse thing. Here Q0 become low, all the other output become high. So that's why I connected a NOT gate every time. So both the NOT gate, it actually becomes positive, and it actually show according to the conventional input. But in the exam time doesn't connect like this one. That is the circuit for the exam time. 3 to 8 decoder, just draw a block diagram. No, the actual circuit is not required, just draw a block diagram. 3 to 8 decoder, 3 to 8 decoder. Here all the data lines are short circuited ABC. Then input, this is the enable input. So enable input directly connected to one of the decoder, and it is connected to a NOT gate to other of the decoder. Output lines are D0 to D7 for the first one and D8 to D15 for the second one. That will give you the full marks. And that is called the expanding of the decoder. And here you see the 3 to 8 decoder used here have active high enable input. So this line should be mentioned. Otherwise, if it is active high, then this become D0, this become D7, and this is D8 to D15. Otherwise, it's just become reverse. So that means this thing should be mentioned here, that all the 3 to 8 decoder used in this design have active high enable input. Okay. So next day we'll see that using the decoder how to implement any type of Boolean function. This is another property of the decoder. Decoder can decode the information hidden inside the input, as well as decoder is used to implement any type of digital expression or the digital circuit. Means the full adder, half adder, full subtractor, half subtractor, everything can be implemented using the decoder. So next day we'll see that particular technique.